Good morning. It's good to be with you. I wanted to just post a short devotional thought this morning for as we get our week started. I'm going to try and do this on the weekends, but this weekend kind of got away from me and had a lot of family, personal stuff going on. So not getting this posted to you until Monday morning. I'll try and do better. No guarantee, but I'll try and do better. I want to continue our thoughts from Proverbs this morning, chapter 8. I'm going to read starting at verse 12. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. One of the things I actually posted on my blog, leadership blog this week, are leadership mistakes. And one of those mistakes that I actually chatted about have to do with pride and arrogance. And they really do go against modern day leadership thinking, and certainly if you include wisdom in your leadership model. Counsel and sound judgment are mine, verse 14. I have understanding and power. By me kings reign, and rulers make laws that are just. By me princes govern, and all nobles who rule on the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, along the paths of justice, bestowing wealth on those who love me, and making their treasures full. Ken Boa, in the Leadership Bible, talks about this word, wisdom. In the Hebrew, the word is chachma. Sometimes it's spelled Chokmah. Boa spells it Hokma. Either way, when a person demonstrated exceptional skill or ability in a craft or an art, the Hebrews said that they had chachma. So Solomon actually selects this Hebrew word when he is talking about what later translators are going to call wisdom. So this idea of wisdom, the Hebrew word is meant to imply to live a life of superior excellence. So sometimes it has to do with skill. Oftentimes this word, when it was used for skill, meant in the battle or in war. While we do have leaders who need to have wisdom in battle when we think of countries that go to war. We also, when we're facing spiritual battles, need to have wisdom. And those battles indeed are acts of war. So this idea of skill and chachma pertain to war. Also, there is an amount of shrewdness or discernment that goes along with wisdom. And in the area of decision making, we see this word used in association with wisdom. Oftentimes, we will see wisdom along with, or a word that gets substituted for it is prudence. Prudence is thought of usually in a religious context. So when we're thinking about prudence, are we in fact using wisdom in religious affairs? Are we taking care of and using the resources that God has given us in an appropriate manner? Are we in fact being prudent or wise? Wisdom also in this idea of hakma has to do with ethics. Wisdom in an ethical context, a doing what is right, um, according to a set of standards. The question becomes when you think about wisdom and ethics, what are the standards that you're using? Um, Many in the world say, you do what is right for you, I'll do what is right for me. And we all know that that relative thinking doesn't get us very far when your ethics are in a clash with mine. And so the Bible uses a standard of ethics that is put in place by God. And those standards are something that we, in fact, can measure our life against. So, in conclusion, I want to challenge you this week to think about, as you move through your life, not only what knowledge are you adding that can add to wisdom, what ethical concerns are you facing or are you dealing with, but this idea of wisdom has to do not only what is going on inside of us, but how does it come out of us? How do we display it? 1 John chapter 2, John goes through three stages for believers to consider. He talks about the young. He talks about sort of the middle-aged, and he talks about the mature. And the mature are called to know God. And this idea of knowing, or what the Hebrews would call yada, is an idea that goes beyond intellectual knowing, but goes into action. So to know something has to do not only with intellectually being able to absorb it, but being able to do something with it. And that's what we're calling you to as young scholars in this discipline of leadership. We're calling you to not only know the knowledge and have an understanding of it, but we're calling you to be able to go and to act on it. As we work together over the course of the next few months, we'll probably talk more about this idea of knowing. It's one that's sort of on my mind right now, and we'll probably visit it often. So my prayers are for you that you will have peace this week, that you will be able to perform in your work life, in your family life, in your school life, in your spiritual life, and that you will have wisdom as you go about your work. God bless you.